Everybody listen. Yeah.
It's what you all been waiting for.
You're tapped in to Way Up with Angela Yee.
Oh, man, now this is a show today. It's Way Up with Angela Yee. My girl Lindsay Granger is here with me today.
Hey, I'm back.
And Fred Mwanga Gahunga is here with me today, owner and founder of Media Takeout.
How's it going?
I'm so excited to be here with both of y'all.
I know.
It's like Russian roulette when I come in here. I never know who I'm going to be with.
But let me tell you something. What's great, too, though, is because there's so much happening between this potential commutation of Diddy and then different lawsuits. You know, Fred, by the way, gives great legal advice.
I do.
Yeah, so we're going to have people calling in for that today. Chris Brown versus Kevin McCall. Love to hear what you guys think about that. I mean, who's... Like, as far as holding a grudge.
I already told you. I'm holding that thing to the end of time.
To the end of time.
I don't know. I mean, Chris and Kevin were friends at one point. When you see your man is down like that, I mean, maybe it's time to kind of...
But he was just trolling him like a week ago.
Right. Listen, you could be down whatever. That's not my problem after you've been disrespectful.
I get it.
I don't have to be concerned with you being down as a grown man.
Crying on social media, you know what I mean? That might be... That's a lot right there.
You know, the first thing that Colin said was, well... You know, you should probably do something. Don't go to podcast crying.
I don't think he meant to, though. I don't think he meant to
intention.
cry. Yeah. Well, today's also a Wealth Wednesday. So we have Chris Sain joining us. And you're going to love this conversation. He retired at 37, him and his wife, at 37 years old. And he's going to tell you how he did it. But let's get the show started up with some love and some positivity. Let's shine a light. 800-292-5150. I'm going to shine a light on somebody who's actually been up here before as a guest host. She also gives great legal advice. And she also is a journalist. But we'll talk about it when we come back. You let us know who you want to shine a light on. It's Way Up.
We gon' light the block up. I'ma shine.
Turn your lights on, y'all.
Turn your lights on.
Spreading love to those who are doing greatness.
Shine a light on them. Shine a light on them.
It's time to shine a light on them.
All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. And I'm here with my guy, Fred M. from Media Takeout.
Hey.
And Lindsay Granger.
Hey.
And so today I want to shine a light on Kim Osario. Are y'all familiar with Kim Osario?
I know Kim well. She's great.
Okay. She also she hates when I call her an attorney because she's like, I don't practice. But anyway, she did go to law school. She also was the first ever female editor-in-chief of The Source. And, by the way, she has a book coming out. So I just saw that she posted this this morning. It says, an analysis of significant cases with direct ties to rap artists that have shook the legal system and criminalized a culture. The book is called The People versus Hip Hop. And she'll be talking about high-profile criminal trials to precedent-setting civil cases, the legal battles that have shaped the culture, dictated the music's evolution, and even determined the freedom of hip-hop's most influential figures.
That's the kind of book that I definitely want to read.
Yeah.
I mean, as a former lawyer, I love the legal stuff. And I mean, you know, when you think about how many major court cases were around hip hop, I mean, it's going to be a great book.
And this is overall idea that hip hop artists are intentionally targeted, right? It constantly comes up. So
listen, the hip hop police was a real thing.
Yeah.
It's a real thing. All right, now Desiree, who do you want to shine a light on?
I want to shine a light on my husband, my beautiful husband of almost 4 years. He is an amazing Black father, hard-working fella.
Okay.
And so I just wanted to shine a light on him, let him know he's appreciated and that we see everything that he does.
Oh, that is so sweet. And what does he do exactly?
So he's actually an assistant manager at Home Depot.
Ooh, okay.
He's worked his way up for our family ever since our 3-year-old, ever since she was born. He worked his way up from just a department supervisor all the way to assistant store manager in the past 3 years.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, shout out to him and shout out to everybody who works at Home Depot. We appreciate you for being knowledgeable because I don't be knowing nothing. I'm like, I'm trying to... So, yes, what a skill. All right. Well, thank you for calling. Desiree?
Yes, thank you for having this segment. We need more positivity out here. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you. Have a great day. That was Shine a Light, 800-292-5150. In case you couldn't get through, you can leave a message and shine a light for last word. And when we come back, we got your Yeetie. And let's talk about 50 Cent. He recently did an interview with XXL and talked about all of the different shows that he has. 40 shows.
Wow.
By the way, which is amazing. We'll tell you what he had to say. It's way up.
Going way up. Turn up with Angela Yee. Yo.
Way up.
Shh. This is a judgment-free zone. Tell us a secret.
All right, it's way up with Angela Yee. I'm here with Lindsey Granger.
Hey.
Fred Mwanga Gahanga,
That's right.
founder of Media Takeout, and it's time for Tell Us a Secret. Now, in all transparency, Fred hears a lot of secrets that we'll never hear,
I do.
and some that you can find on his website.
Yes.
Lindsay, in the meantime, is a journalist, and when you tell us something, it's off the record. So today we're off the record.
We're off the record right now?
Yeah, we're off the record.
Going live on air, but off the record.
800-292-5150. Anonymous caller, tell us a secret.
So I slept with a woman who was in a relationship, knowing she was in a relationship and she knew, and hit it wrong, and her man doesn't know.
Oh my God. That sounds irresponsible, though, I want to say. Like, no condom, nothing.
She actually let it on, though. She let it on.
How did somebody let it on? I just, like, you don't need that, or did you just not discuss
When
it?
she
And
call you up at 2 o'clock in the morning talking about pick me up, I'm drunk from the bar.
How did you guys get to that point, though, that 2 o'clock in the morning? Obviously, she didn't be a text or a phone call, right? Or it was out the blue and you just said, yeah.
I mean, honestly, I woke up, I was like, what's up? She's like, I need a ride. So I went and picked the girl up, and then a ride turned into park somewhere and led on to another.
y'all don't have Uber where you at?
Yeah, but obviously she didn't want to pay that Uber fee.
No, I'm just asking. Okay.
Wait, so it happened in the
Don't
car?
make me get out of bed at 2 a.m.
Did it happen in the car?
You know, dad grabs ass, ain't nobody riding for free. Like,
Yeah, that's crazy. A ride cost this.
But,
That was-
are you guys worried about pregnancy, right? Like you said, it was raw, right?
STDs.
Right.
I ain't no STDs. I already know that there was none of that. But, I mean, if she got pregnant, that would have been on her, too. I mean, it might have been me, too, but you knew what she was doing.
You're in a relationship, too?
I wasn't at the time, though.
Okay, you weren't.
Time out.
So
Like
she
a week
was.
later, you got in a relationship?
Nah, it was probably like a month and a half later.
Okay. All right. And she got a man. Did you ever do it again after that, or was it a one-time drunken booty call?
It was more than one.
Okay. So it's like a relationship.
Nah, it wasn't a relationship because I know she lives with the man. So, like, they don't hold relationships. She just wasn't getting what she wanted. So.
No, this is that Pretty Ricky song, Boyfriend Number 2.
Yeah,
That's what's happening right
He's a
now.
side
First we
dude.
know.
That's all.
Yeah, that's definitely what's happening right now.
I feel like you like her.
Exactly.
I did, yeah, I did.
Ah, there you go. You
So
like
he's
her.
living that side dude life.
Yeah.
How was it? How was being a side dude?
It was good. I ain't gonna lie. I can't go into too detail, but just know that a woman that actually has a baby is always the best. I'm telling you.
Wow.
He sounds quite pleased with his decision.
Wait, a woman that has a baby?
So she has a baby and a man.
After she has a baby, it's always the best. I'm telling you.
Oh, after.
It'd be different.
I mean, maybe changes, body changes. Is that what you're talking
Or that
about?
afterbirth. I'm kidding.
Yeah, the afterbirth.
I'm kidding. Stop. Okay. All right. Well, it was no judgment. Thanks for calling.
All right, y'all have a good one.
You too.
too.
That was Tell Us a Secret. 800-292-5150. We can still take your secrets for last word. When we come back, we got Yeetie, Kevin Gates, and Jerika Gates. They are headed to court and will tell you what's going on with child and spousal support. It's way up.
Yo, she about to blow the lid up off this pot.
Let's get it.
Oh, yeah. Angela's spilling that Yee tea.
Come and get the tea.
All right, it's way up. I'm here with my girl, Lindsey Granger.
I'm back.
And my guy, Fred from Media Takeout. Let's get into this Yeetie. So Netflix has put out the official trailer for Being Eddie.
Wow.
I cannot wait to see this Eddie Murphy documentary. And it's premiering globally on November 12th.
Wow.
They have this trailer that shows what the documentary promises, an unfiltered portrait of a performer whose influence has spanned nearly 50 years.
Sometimes people got to be reminded, like, how much
We
somebody
may
has an
forget
impact.
some of those. But listen
Yeah.
to this trailer.
I've done so many different types of things.
You had that appointment with destiny.
Change the way we view comedy.
I started so young. Eddie was right out of high school, but he was just fearless. Stuff took off because they'd never seen a young black person take charge.
As the #1 movie, comedy special, and pop song.
It was unprecedented. He's like a miracle.
I mean, when you put it like that all at once, you know, if you think about what he's at 17, he shared a stage with Jerry Seinfeld. By 19, he was on SNL. And
You don't even realize he was that young, looking back. You know,
Yeah, it's a long career. I mean, I wouldn't be the media takeout guy if I didn't ask. Is that story about him and that trans person going to be in this thing?
I don't know, Fred.
That's what you want to go to.
I'm saying
if he's
that's
producing it, I'm assuming no.
Okay.
If he's producing it.
Is he producing it?
I don't know. I mean, usually people are involved in some way about that documentary.
He's very actively involved. I mean, and there's a lot of comedians. It's probably more about his career, but who knows?
Yeah, I mean, because we want to get to the bottom of that. That would be a very interesting... I mean, if you want to get ratings... That would be
you have to be critical of yourself. You can't be like a fluff documentary. You got to be critical. Not that that's a critical topic.
Did you guys watch the Teddy Pendergrass documentary?
Yeah.
And they actually had the trans woman, and she addressed what happened that night, which put a different perspective, because rumors, but then when somebody can be like, actually, he met me, he found out, and then he was just dropping me back off once he found out. That's basically...
Right. I mean, remember too that the whole the view of trans people, in the 90s when that happened, and today is very different. So be LGBTQ friendly.
All right, and let's talk about Kevin Gates. So his estranged wife Drika is saying that he cut her off and their children financially. She wants a judge to order him to pay $70,000 a month in child support. She also says that he stopped paying for basic family obligations like property taxes, their children's private school tuition. That he also flaunted his wealth by buying 18 luxury vehicles and a $4.7 million estate. So she wants to make sure that she's designated as the children's primary physical custodian. And she also says 95% of their time is spent with her since 2023.
I mean, if there's a definition of patience, her picture would be in there. When I look at she looks like Janae Aiko vibes, and Kevin Gates has been doing about anything he possibly could do.
Right. She's very zen.
I mean, remember too, she was not just his wife too. She was his manager. She was very instrumental in kind of putting together the Kevin Gates brand.
All right, well, that is your Yeetie. When we come back, Under the Radar, and Lindsay, you have your podcast. I want to make sure we talk about an interview that you did.
Yeah, with Kevin O'Leary. People are upset with something he said. Not so wonderful to some people.
Ooh, people are mad, but we got to talk about it. Let's get some headlines. Some more headlines. It's way up.
Check the news. I got news. This in the news that relates to you. These stories are flying under the radar.
Yo, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here with my girl, Lindsay Granger.
I'm back.
And Fred M., founder of Media Takeout. So, Lindsay has her podcast, her World of Travel companion podcast to her series.
Yes.
And you had Kevin O'Leary on.
I did. I didn't know what he said was this crazy, but it's being picked up everywhere. So basically, we were talking to him about AI. He's in this movie called Marty Supreme. It comes out in December with Timothée Chalamet. And so he was just saying how many extras were used in every single scene behind him in bistros and everywhere. And he said, basically that millions of dollars are wasted. He doesn't agree with the fact that they didn't just use AI. He likes Tilly Norwood Girl. Let's play a soundbite.
Yeah, let's hear the audio.
Couldn't you simply put AI agents in their place? Because they're not the main actors. They're only in the story visually, and save millions of dollars so more movies could be made. Right. That same director, instead of spending $90 million or whatever he spent, could have spent $35 million and made 2 movies.
Wow.
So, I know people have been riled up about this AI thing.
Yes, they have. Can I read you this one headline?
Oh, God, let's read it.
All right, this website, avclub.com, said Kevin O'Leary has acted in exactly 1 movie, but that isn't stopping him.
His answer to every question for him is money.
Yeah, it's about the bottom line.
And I asked him after that, if you watched the podcast, what about the people whose dream it is to be in the background of a Spider-Man movie? And he's like, no, just be a real actor in the forthcoming movie that the director can afford to make now that they used AI.
I mean, I will say, though, that he has a point, right? There's so many movies that are coming out right now that are flopping at the box office. A lot of the studios are losing a lot of money. They're not producing the number of movies that they were before because of the changes in the industry. So maybe if movies cost a little bit less, maybe we could see more and better movies.
He said she can come in any age you want. She doesn't need to eat, so she works 24 hours a day.
This is what the union is upset about. This is exactly the issue.
That man is cold-blooded.
I mean, do you think there's going to be AI, everything, AI radio host? Nick was worried earlier when I brought this up that he might be having an AI replacement over here for his job.
Oh, my goodness. Well, you think that this is something that's a real thing, though, like that, because I'm sure if you're a producer on a movie, you think about solutions like this.
Yeah, I mean, he said we can cost hundreds of thousands or 35 grand. And he actually has an AI version of himself that's being developed in Abu Dhabi called AI Kevin that can show up places for him. And I'm like, and he says his wife's uncomfortable with that. And I'm like, well, I'm uncomfortable
because she won't know if it's him or not.
Yeah, like how does the AI machine know exactly how you're going to respond?
Yeah, I mean, I think so many people are so worried about efficiency and making sure that the numbers are right and the money's right. But I mean, we're going down a dangerous road, and we don't know where this road ends. But it's probably, we've seen a lot of science fiction movies, and it never ends up good.
I've made a lot of jokes about how I wish I had an AI person that could come up here and kind of like do the show.
But look at the emotion. It's just the real, like, don't you think? I'm so, like, I know this is like in business, nobody cares about emotion.
She wouldn't need
but
to eat. She wouldn't need to go to the bathroom.
Wait a second. Are we sure that we're not here with the AI Angela right now?
No, I'm glitched. But yeah, but I do think, and he said you can't stop the advancement of technology, so I'm spending a lot of time investing in it, and he has invested really heavily, as a lot of people have, in AI. So the movie comes out December 25th, by the way.
Yeah, and I asked him why he keeps getting involved in politics, and he had an interesting answer. He said, I'm not getting involved in politics, I'm getting involved in policy, and I want to make policy that makes sense for me and the small businesses that I invest in. So you'll see him on CNN always getting in an argument with somebody.
Well, you made a lot of headlines with this interview, I want to say, with a lot of things that he said.
Thank you. That was only our second episode of World of Travels. Check the podcast out on the Hill YouTube page every Thursday.
All right. Well, we do have the Way Up mix at the top of the hour for you. Plus, it's also a Wealth Wednesday, and Sain is going to be joining us. He and his wife retired at the tender age of 37.
Jealous.
Can you imagine being able to retire at 37 years old?
I missed the boat already.
He's from Grand Rapids, Michigan. He's a financial expert, a motivational speaker. We'll talk to him. It's Way Up.
Ask me what I got.
The Way Up mix kicks off at the top of the hour on Way Up with Angela Yee. Way Up.
Just like to talk like they Angela Yee, like they Angela Yee.
Man, she's spilling it all. This is Yee T. Way Up.
All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here. Lindsey Granger's here.
I'm back.
Fred Mwanga Gahunga's here with us.
Hey.
Founder of Media Takeout. All right, and let's get into some of this Yee tea. So Pete Davidson and Colin Jost, they bought the Staten Island ferry. I don't know if you guys remember.
I saw 280 grand.
Staten Island ferry?
Yeah, they bought a Staten Island ferry, one of the ferries, not the whole system. But they had a plan.
Big boy stuff. Buy the whole system.
They had a plan. They wanted to make it into a 1960s inspired floating event complex with restaurants, a concert hall, 6 bars, and hotel rooms. I don't know how that was going to happen on this little ferry. Yeah. But anyway, unfortunately, when they did this back in April 2022, there hasn't been much movement on it, and they've just been paying rent every single month.
The lowest amount they said was 10 grand.
Yeah,
a month.
The least it could potentially be is $10,000 a month. And so they've also been sued over some money that they owe for a law firm that assisted them in the purchase. They said they still have not received payment for that. But they've been paying to dock that boat. I wonder if they're going to just say, maybe this wasn't a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, buying a boat is an expensive endeavor. Now you're going to buy it and then remodel it and doing all that. That sounded like it was destined to fail.
Well, Colin said this was the absolute dumbest and least thought through purchase he's ever made in his life.
I mean, we just talked about 50 Cent earlier. He got into an industry that he studied and understands.
Right.
Like, you got to take the time out to study boats.
Maybe ask 50 what to do with that boat.
Yeah, exactly.
They probably were smoking like, yo, we should buy the boat, bro. All right, now Michael Jordan made his first appearance on the NBA on NBC broadcast last night, and Mike Tirico sat down and talked to him. And amongst the things they discussed was the last time that he was really nervous.
And I rented a house from the owner. He came over to do pictures. He had grandkids, and he had a basketball court. He says, I want you to shoot 1 free throw. When I stepped up to shoot the free throw, it's the most nervous I've been in years.
Stop it.
Those kids heard the stories from the parents. So their expectation is 30 years prior, and I haven't touched the basketball.
I hope you swished it.
Absolutely.
Can you imagine to be one of those kids, be like, we saw Michael Jordan miss a free throw.
Right?
I mean, think about it. Michael Jordan's like the basketball superhero. Hearing about him being nervous from taking a free throw, it's like, like gives you a little bit of perspective.
And we've always heard how competitive he is, even off the court, just in general. Well, he would get back on the court. Here's what he said.
Still love it?
Love it like you wouldn't believe. I mean, in all honesty, I wish I could take a magic pill, put on shorts, and go out and play the game of basketball today, because that's who I am. That's that type of competition, that type of competitiveness is what I live for, and I miss it.
Some team would have him back for sure.
You think?
Yeah, you don't think so?
I mean, for a quarter or two, I mean, those knees, I'm not sure they can go through a full game.
Yeah, there's one thing you cannot defy, and that is, like, as you get older, things change.
Yeah.
I don't care how many massages you get. I don't care how much acupuncture you get.
And it's better to go out on top, right? He did come back a couple times.
He was nervous to take one shot at the Airbnb.
That's what I'm saying.
So it's kind of better
Imagine
to
on
leave
TV,
gracefully.
and then you become a meme. We already have the crying meme. We don't need another meme.
Although, I mean, I think if he would have joined the Brooklyn Nets, he might actually make the team a little bit better.
Oh, stop. That's crazy.
Did you say that because I have on my Nets sweatshirt today? That's so disrespectful. And the Knicks are playing tonight?
They are.
Okay, let's see
Knicks
what happens. You just bought yourself some bad karma, sir.
And if he was worried about the one little kid, think about how many little kids would watch that Michael Jordan and say, wait, this is your superhero to their parents.
They get
if
rid
he
of
went back
Jordans.
to play.
They're like, no more Jordans for us. All right, well, that is your Yeetie. And when we come back, we have Ask Yee, 800-292-5150. We got the whole squad here, and we are going to help you out. Fred is here. Lindsay's here. It's way up.
Whether it's relationship or career advice, Angela's dropping facts.
So you should know.
This is Ask Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here with my girl, Lindsay Granger.
Hey.
With my guy, Fred M.
How's
from
it
Media
going?
Takeout. And it's time for you to call us up and ask any question that you want to. We're going to help you, right?
Yeah.
Keep our face straight.
Between the three of us, we have a world of experience.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I do.
In life. All right, 800-292-5150. Now, this caller wants to remain anonymous. What's your question for Ask Yee?
I have been in a relationship for about 2.5 years now, but we have not had sex in like 2-3 months.
What's going on?
And he is struggling with some addiction problems, and then we also moved into a house where there are kids and we don't have our own kids.
Mm-hmm.
So it's tough, but there's definitely been like ample opportunity for him to try something, but he just doesn't. And so I've been like flip-flopping in my head whether or not I should stay or find someone else who makes me feel the way I want to feel. But I know that I could have a great life with this man. I love him. I would have everything I wanted, but the lack of the physical attraction, not on my part, it's just he doesn't pursue me anymore. It feels like now that he has me, there's no more chase.
Did you guys work through the addiction stuff, or are y'all doing that first so he can get his mind right to be a good partner?
Yeah, we worked through the addiction stuff. He's on recovery, on the road to recovery. He's been in remission for, I want to say, at least a year now.
Is he okay physically? Like maybe
erectile dysfunction?
Yeah, no, he's okay physically. He's perfectly okay physically. He just doesn't really try anything. I'm his first real relationship since high school for him, and that was, 8-9 years ago. So I don't know if he knows how to actively be in a relationship anymore.
And how old are you?
28.
You think he's cheating?
No, he's not cheating. It's definitely not that. He doesn't have time for cheating. Like, we're always together.
Okay.
That's the thing,
I want to say a couple of things here. Number one, you said there's kids in the house and not yours. And so it makes it a little bit harder. And maybe that for him is like a little awkward. And he's overcoming this addiction still. That's a process. When you ask him, what does he say?
He says he doesn't know how I'm going to feel, so he doesn't try.
Do you
and I've
try?
told him before, like, yeah, I try a lot.
Okay.
But then he always says, oh, the kids are awake, or, people are home. And it's like, people are always going to be home. There's always going to be kids in the house.
Can y'all plan to go somewhere outside of this home so there's no kids around, like a little staycation?
We've tried that. I've asked him to literally plan us a date on Saturday, and Friday evening he'll ask me what I want to do, and then Saturday afternoon when we're supposed to be leaving, he'll again ask me what do I want to do.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah,
like
Sarah,
come on,
make a
plan.
decision.
Yeah, make a plan.
Look, I just want you to plan it out.
Yeah.
I think if you're 28, you know what I mean, you try this, you feel like you gave it a solid amount of time, maybe it's just not working out, and that's okay. You don't have to, you're not doing anybody a favor by staying, but
ask
make
him
sure.
if he wants to break up.
Yeah.
Be like, do you think this isn't working?
Yeah, I'll probably ask him that, because we've had this talk 3 or 4 times now, so I'm not sure how else I can get it across to him in different words.
Or tell him it's not working.
Before you break up, I think you should make the man like a nice cup of tea and put like 2 or 3 of those honey packs in there.
Don't drug him.
And then see what happens. It might change your life.
Somebody got very mad at us. Another woman called in and said she did that. People were like, "Oh my God!" And now honey packs are not drugs. I just want to point that out, by the way. I think maybe you guys need to see a professional.
Yeah, that's the one thing that I haven't brought up yet because I wasn't sure how he'd react to it, but I think we're probably at that stage where we need outside mediation.
Yeah, and that's the last hurrah. If he's down, and if he's not down to do that, then it is time to think about your exit strategy, because if he wants to work on it and he's willing to do that, great. But if he doesn't, then I don't know what more can you do. All right, well, good luck.
Yeah, good luck.
I wish I could send you like some toys or something at least. Well, porn is free.
Candy bars have a line.
You got to do what you got to do, girl. Well, that was Ask Yee, 800-292-5150. You can always leave a message and ask a question that way, and we'll answer it. And when we come back, we have Sain joining us. He's a financial expert, a motivational speaker, a philanthropist, an author, and he has a nonprofit. And he'll be talking to you about how he and his wife retired at the age of 37. It's way up.
Right about now.
Money, 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 money. Go straight to my pockets.
Angela's trying to help you get your money right.
Now that's a bag full of cash.
It's Wealth Wednesday, and we dropping knowledge in just a few minutes.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee and Tim Hunter. You're back again.
Yes, back again.
Because you know what? It's going to be an amazing time tonight. We're actually having this mayoral debate watch party at my coffee shop. Coffee uplifts people. And this is just to get people to watch the debates because we're getting ready for voting. Early voting starts October 25th, ends November 2nd, and election day is November 4th. That's your last time that you can possibly vote.
Yes, that's correct.
In this election. I got my NYC Votes voter guide.
Let's see. We got the voter guide right here.
This comes to my house. It lets me know where I'm voting also.
Yes, it does.
It is important to know where you're heading to for your ballot. You can also vote by mail. This says October 25th is a deadline to request your mail ballot online.
Yep, you can request it online. You just got to make sure it's postmarked by election day.
Anybody who comes to watch the debate, New York Magazine is also going to be having fun with us tonight too, and they're going to give away I think like a 3-month subscription to people who come to Cup. Yeah, some people are going to end up getting those, so that's exciting.
Well, it's good. We love New York Mag, and thank you so much to them for partnering. But we also, are thankful that you're letting us, use your coffee shop for civic engagement. It's going to be a fun night.
All right, so let's talk about what is on the ballot, because I always tell people, make sure that if you don't have this amazing voter guide that I have, you can still go online and get it, right?
Yes, the voter guide is available online at nycvotes.org, and it's available in 13 languages other than English.
I got 3 of them. I got Spanish, I got Chinese sent to my house.
Yeah.
I think because my last name's Yee, they just sent the Chinese one.
So we try to tailor it, and it's on both sides. So if you are like, hey, I don't speak this language, you flip it over, I'm pretty sure you'll speak the one on the other side.
Well, Mr. Tim Hunter, first let's talk about steps that you have to take. First and foremost, make sure you're registered to vote.
Yes.
Now, let's say you're not registered. Did we miss that deadline?
No, we did not.
Okay.
You have till Saturday, October 25th, which is the first day of early voting. So if you're not registered yet, and if you're watching this, thank you for watching, but make sure you get registered to vote. Very, very important to be registered before you vote in the upcoming election.
And we can also check and see and make sure that we're still registered, right?
Yeah, if you go to vote.nyc, you can check the Board of Elections website. You can check your registration. We did miss the address change deadline, so if you have not changed your address as of yet, you might have to go back to the place where you were previously registered to vote in this election.
All right, so you have to be at least 18 years old.
Yep.
You have to be a U.S. citizen, and you have to be at your poll site by closing time. These are the rules when it comes to going to vote in person.
And if you're in line before the polls close, you have a right to stay in line until you have your chance to vote.
All right, get information. You heard it.
Yes.
Now, there's a practice ballot here as well.
Yes,
so I always find this to be particularly helpful because when I go in, I'm zoop, zoop, zoop in and out because I already did my practice ballot online. So you can see specifically for wherever you live, right, who is going to be the candidates that you're voting for.
And you can also bring your voter guide with you to the polls. Yeah.
I know you can walk in there with that.
Yeah, you just can't bring in any information that's supporting a candidate, or you can't wear a t-shirt that's supporting a candidate because that's electioneering. You can only bring nonpartisan information, and poll workers they know what a voter guide looks like, and it's a nice color this year. So you can bring that with you to the poll site just to make sure that you're taking your time and making sure that you're making sure your vote counts.
If he says he's not voting, don't date him, girl.
That's true.
My advice.
That's true.
That's a red flag.
Yep.
But yes, and the debates start at 7 p.m.
Yep, they start at 7 to 9. It's going to be like 2 hours. So, buckle in, grab your popcorn, or if you're at Cup, grab a drink and grab, some snacks and, or maybe one of those New York Magazine cookies and, enjoy.
Let's have fun. Thank you so much, Tim Hunter, for joining us. New York City Votes. Don't forget, we are going to be at Coffee Uplifts People tonight. The debates start at 7, so get there early. I will get there around 6. Music, drinks, food. I'll be there. New York Magazine will be there giving away free 3-month subscriptions. You could potentially win that. And next up, we have Wealth Wednesdays with Chris Sain. He's a financial expert, motivational speaker. He also created the 100K Challenge, which also helps out people like us who are trying to get things done in the community. He retired at the age of 37. It's way up.
Had a dream of living wealthy.
And I don't mind sharing my wealth, dog.
Getting you straight financially, mentally, and physically. This is Wealth Wednesday on Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here with my Wealth Wednesday partner, Stacey Tisdale.
Happy Wealth Wednesdays, everybody. We are taking you way up today with the one, the only, the People's Champ. Chris Sain is here, and I don't know what we would even say about Chris Sain. You are
a best-selling author, 2-time best-selling author.
Yes. You are one of the top financial coaches in the world. You're a massive philanthropist with your 100 Days of Giving initiative.
Top 100 money expert on Forbes.
Yep.
Major salute to them.
YouTube creator, all that stuff. But let's jump right into one of the most interesting things about you. We have your beautiful wife there. You retired debt-free at 37 years old.
Woo!
37 years old.
That is amazing.
How does somebody retire debt-free?
You know what? Stacey and Angela, like a lot of athletes go broke 3 to 5 years once their playing career was done. So I was an athlete at Michigan State at the time looking at this kind of stuff. And so I peeped that in her and I would just see how she would move. And I knew I was broke, holding on to every dollar I had of my refund check. And that was one of the things we took into our marriage, which was like, saving, being intentional, owning everything. We own our houses, we own all our cars. And so we don't have those payments going out reoccurring every month. We were able to stack. We were able to set aside going on trips for 6-7 months at a time to just be intentional about paying down debt, paying off debt. And that's how we were doing it, but it was just consistent behaviors week in and week out, month in and month out.
When you think about these student athletes now with these NIL deals, and you've talked about how both you and your wife did not financially have it like that. How do you think you might have been different? Like, you think you would still be this person that is retired at 37? Because imagine, being young and not having that financial savvy and then having access to money.
My thing would be, would I be the same? I can't say. I think what I went through prepared me for how I came out. Now, I did know, even though I didn't make it to the NFL, I was only looking to be that guy with like a 3 to 5 year career. And the things that you guys see me doing now would have been the things I was doing. The philanthropy, the stuff with the youth, the stuff with the athletes. I was going to do that anyway. I was just going to have former NFL star Chris Sain gives back to the community. I just don't have that tagline now. That's all it is. So yeah, so it all worked out. But I think about these athletes all the time in terms of, will the money derail them because they might not ever see that substantial of money at one time if things don't pan out for their athletic
You and I
careers.
have that in common. I was an athlete too, and my work in financial literacy started by creating financial education programs for athletes, the Giants, Washington Mystics. And we hear all this, they blow their money, they go broke. But when you dig down into it, the number one reason athletes go broke are friends and family.
Yep.
And they also go broke because of overconfidence. The overconfidence you have to develop for sports. They bring it to their money game. Oh, I'm going to invest in this so it'll do whatever.
Or they think they're going to get another contract.
When you say you're retired, though, you guys are not retired. I just want to put that out there.
They're like Linda Good Witches.
Yeah.
They just go around doing good things.
Not retired. You're just doing what you want to do.
Exactly.
that's the blessing in it all. Somebody said
my retirement's gonna look a lot different.
Somebody said y'all just retired from y'all corporate jobs.
Yeah.
That's what y'all did.
Exactly.
You transitioned into a different.
No, Angela, we retire, and it's been 5 years and how fast time go. But we retire, and check this out. When all of that happened for us, we just was chilling, but both of us are go-getters. Like we were, like I said, we were the top people in our respective institutions before retirement and stuff like that. I was on YouTube telling people, man, this is how we became millionaires. This is how we became debt free. My YouTube channel blew up. I had 0 subscribers, Angela. My YouTube channel blew up from us talking about that. And then somebody in the comments was like, what you invest in, bro? And I was like, man, I just buy mutual funds and ETFs and index funds. Stacy,
that's what
there,
took on a whole other
my
life.
YouTube. I went from 0 subscribers to 1,000. My birthday, July 17th. This is all 2020. I had 0 subscribers. I went to 1,000 in June. My birthday, July 17th, I had 10,000 subscribers. Mind you guys, we debt free, telling and doing all of this stuff. By the end of the year, I had 100,000 subscribers. We made 200,000 that year on YouTube. So imagine being debt free.
Wow.
And then you get a free 200,000 essentially on top of that.
That you weren't even expecting.
That you weren't even expecting.
That was the stock market. Everybody was in love with the stock market.
Absolutely.
Everybody wanted to invest in the stock market in
went
2020.
crazy.
That's why so many people flocked to you. But what I love about you have this 100K challenge coming up. It's free. That's free. It's amazing how many different people. You're not just talking about stock.
Absolutely, man. I have a holistic approach to financial literacy to helping people build wealth in the stock market. And that's from everything. I need your financial foundation to be right. Everything from your Roth IRA, your HSA, which is a health savings account, down to your money market accounts and high yield savings accounts. I'm getting all of your stuff together, your debt, student loan, all the stuff, including, and then we get to the stocks. And so the 100K challenge is a free challenge I do every year. It's a legendary initiative that we have that people can participate in, so I can teach them, show them, and walk alongside them to help them go from 0 to 100K. And so everybody joins each and every year. Some people join at the beginning of the year, some people join halfway through, but no matter when you join, the lessons, the nuggets, the gems that I'm dropping every day will help you get your money right.
And you start on January 1st?
We start on January 1st, and I teach them everything from how to invest, how to read a chart, how to buy their first investment, how to put their money on autopilot. Just the nuances that still are not talked about enough in our community, and still are things that not enough of us are engaged in at the level we need to be engaged at.
Thank you so much for coming to Wealth Wednesdays. And everybody follow Chris on Instagram. It's just at Chris Sain.
Yep.
And if you go to Wealth Wednesdays newsletter, teamwealthwednesdays.com, guess who is our feature this week? We have a special on Mr. Chris Sain himself.
That's what's up.
Happy Wealth Wednesdays, everybody.
Thank y'all for having me.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, that was Chris Sain joining us for Wealth Wednesday. Please make sure you watch that full interview on my YouTube channel, Way Up with Yee. And when we come back, of course, you guys have the last word.
Pick up the phone.
Tap in. Tap in and get your voice heard.
What the word is.
Here's the last word on Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up is Way Up with Angela Yee, Lindsay Granger, Fred Mwanga Gahanga. Thank you for joining me today.
We had a great time.
I love the offline conversations that Fred and I were having were kind of crazy. We got into politics, everything, so we got to come back and do
Listen,
this.
I feel like you need to be like on her podcast or something.
Yeah, I should be.
Because Fred has an amazing story about how he's gotten to where he is today. You know, also going to law school, everything, and the investments that he has.
You're going to be my smartest friend.
Yeah. But, you know, Lindsay, like, I love just being a fly on the wall. So I can imagine that most people would love that. Listen to this conversation.
There's not been one time I've come up here and not met somebody that's pretty dope. So I'm excited to get to know you more. Because Angela, you keep a good circle. You do keep a good circle. That's a good thing.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, they said if you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room, right? Isn't that what they say?
Amen.
Okay, well, anyway, thank you again, speaking of which, for this Wealth Wednesday, Chris Sain, for joining us. And you can watch that full interview on my YouTube channel, Way Up With Yee. And maybe you can retire too, like soon, like he did. But also tonight, we'll be watching the mayoral debate at Coffee Uplifts People, courtesy of NYC Votes. I'll be there. I'll be paying close attention because early voting does start on the 25th here in New York City. But wherever you are, make sure you pay attention to when early voting starts. Make sure you're watching these debates. Make sure you're knowing what's on the ballot, getting all that information before you head out to the polls. But make sure, most importantly, that you're heading out to the polls. Okay? This is your show, so you have the last word.